Hold on here. Welcome to FML Part 6. Oh, shit, I can't do that because it's freaking A. Here we go, folks. FML Part 6. You need a charge pack.
Nothing 22. I'm pulling other units that are a lot closer.
You guys want to know where all your PayPal contributions go? Right here. Watch me burn $1,200 like it's nothing. God, I hate my life. All right, so as you can see, we're having a hell of a day here. I've completed some work already. So this is, here's where this gets fun. Not only have we blown $1,200 on this car this morning, I've also found out, okay, why is one brake pad so worn down? Oh no, some of you know where I'm going with this. Like, frick, really? Well, the slide pins are in good shape. That must mean the caliper's effed. So, here's another $200. Yay. So let's go let's be miserable together. Where did my chat go? Hold on, guys. So we are not a rich YouTube channel, that's for sure. So what we're doing right now is we're going to remove this hub bearing assembly. I don't even know if it's bad, but it's gone. So I figured we might as well stream it. So this is literally where all of your PayPal shit goes. Like this car, every time, we're $1,200 in parts already. It's growling back here, and I think it's this hub bearing. So we're going to replace it and just not ask any questions. So we just got to whack this thing off here. I should have started the stream earlier, but we literally have to we've already jacked off the car off the ground here, so now I have to beat the car. We have to beat this off of the car. There's a theme here. I'm totally burnt out. I'm over today, but we got to get this piece of shit off of here, or a potential piece of shit. So I just got to beat the shit out of this thing like it's, I don't know, O.J. Simpson's something on whatever he beat. And don't hit yourself. Oh, that fucked up the knuckle. All right, we're off to a good start. Look at that. Oh, you pisser. It's half seized in there. Oh boy, the camera. We might have cut out there. Whatever. Trying to not block the camera and do this is not easy. What a pisser. Hold on, I got the tool for this. Alright, let me grab this conveniently placed breaker bar. Get under the ears here. You don't want to mar up the aluminum knuckle. What am I kidding? Who gives a shit at this point? So I'm trying to take this off evenly so we don't end up gouging up the knuckle. So that's why I'm trying to put this between the hub bearing or the hub assembly and the knuckle to kind of ease it off evenly. Windy as hell, sorry. Here we go. Is it bad? Oh, thank God, I think it's bad. I don't know if you can hear that. Yeah, maybe not. It sounds a little iffy. the concern is that it could be the other side, and now I'm gonna have to go spend even more money. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Like, I say this in good humor, but at the same time, seriously, like, this sucks, guys. Hold on, are we? I don't know if we're charging. We're charging, but it's not easy, you know. And a lot of folks are like, "Oh, enjoy your day off." I don't have a day off. This is why we're broke. This is why we don't blow money like a lot of channels do. Just look, I mean, look at this, guys. Like, every time we get just a little bit of money, it's gone. And a lot of people would just take it to a mechanic. I am the mechanic. I can't afford one. This would be an $800 job just for this freaking wheel bearing at a shop alone. Trying to see. Is this a different part? I swear to God, if they give me the wrong part, somebody's gonna freaking. Nope, it's the right one. Okay. So this is real easy. Normally you would take a wire brush and clean this all up. I don't have one. I'm in the middle of a Walmart parking lot. You think I got a wire brush? So we're just gonna take our finger and get as much of that shit out of there as we can. We got these handy dandy old pair of wire strippers that aren't used anymore, so we'll use that to scrape as much out as we can. Somebody in the comments is gonna be like, "Oh, you gotta do." Well, you know what? I'm in a parking lot. You really think I planned on this? So you gotta get it all off of this thing here and orientate this. There's 4 bolts that'll go on the back of this. Like that. Yeah, one of these wheel bearings is making an awful noise, and it might be the other side. It's hard to tell with the when it's in the back like this, so it might be the other side making it, but I think it's this side, but I might not be for certain. Now we got to deal with that potential brake problem as well. Just want to seat that on there, and then the bolts. As long as you tighten the bolts up evenly, it'll draw this in evenly. And you want to get them all started by hand, otherwise you're going to cross thread them. Sorry that the audio is shit. It's windy as all hell here. Start drawing that out. Not sponsored by Pittsburgh. That's the only thing I can find. Again, you don't want to tighten these all at once. You want to go kind of in a crisscross pattern, like changing a tire. Otherwise, you'll draw this in unevenly. Probably won't hurt anything, but you're going to fight it the whole way. Doing one of these, you'll just fight it and fight it and fight it, because it's like pulling against itself. I could use power tools, yes. Well, I actually am stranded. I can't go anywhere. I would use power tools, but I can't get anything back in here. That's the problem. At least not on if this was on a lift, it would be a different story, because you could get underneath of it better, but I'm not on a lift. But yeah, I basically am stranded. Yeah, pretty much. We can't go anywhere, so until this is done, and I can't drive the vehicle anymore like this. So yeah, it's a terrible feeling. And I've had like a bunch of people come up to me and like not stop talking, and I've just been like, "Hey guys, I really got to focus on this." And then you get people that think they're mechanics and they're not. You know, they just change their own oil and they're telling me how to do this. And I'm just like, guys, I got it. Just, you know, it's like you got to appreciate friendly folks like that, but at the same time, like I gotta get this done. I don't have all day to talk about your 1994 Chevy Blazer or whatever. I just can't. You know, it's not me being rude. It's just I can't. But these Explorer wheel bearings are easy to do, but they can be a pain in the ass because they get seized in the knuckle. Thankfully, this one's not seized in there. This one's been replaced already. I think it's a defective part. Going around and tightening these up by hand here, and then we'll really wrench them down with the breaker bar. But see, this is one of the ways I cut costs on this channel, is by doing this myself. Guys, if I had money, I wouldn't be doing this myself. I wish I had money so I didn't have to do this myself, but it's incredible how expensive this stuff is at a shop. I can't do it. I don't have it. Now I need an extension. So this last bolt's going to be a real pisser. So you can't get to it. The control arm's in the way, but we'll get it. I got it out. I can get it in. Be a freaking contortionist. If I had a lift, this would be done by now. I'm in a Walmart parking lot. I don't have a lift. See if we can jam this in there somehow. Howdy.
Good luck with all that chase and storms and shit.
All right, thanks. All right, now we're getting somewhere. Stupid place for a bolt hole. They could have put it like a 1/4 of an inch to the left, and it wouldn't be obstructed by the spring perch. I don't know why they put it here. This is stupid. All right, they're all tight, so now we're gonna wrench them down. Oh, that's loose. Come on, ratchet. Jesus. These don't get torqued very high. I think they're only like 70 foot-pounds, so you really don't wrench these down that much. Primarily because they're going through aluminum and shit. I got a breaker bar, we'll torque them all down here when we're done. But, oh Christ, here comes the fucking security guard. Oh, Jesus. I already got kicked out of here once. The car was already torn apart, so like, what am I supposed to do? Come at me, buddy. Don't care. Fucking Jeremy DeWitt over there. Sorry, I'm just no crap's given. Like, I'm not bothering anybody. We're not a nuisance. We're not making a mess. Like, leave me alone. I already told me to leave after I had this at the Walmart because we're no working on cars, and I'm like, well, it's already taken apart. Sorry. So I don't mean to be arrogant, but it's like we're not hurting anybody. So all the cops and trespass me, I guess. I really don't care at this point. I really don't. Like, until the car's put back together, where can I go? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of stupid to try to tell someone to leave when there's not even a tire on the car. Like, I actually bought the jack here at Walmart, so we're paying customers and we're out of the way. We're absolutely not hurting anybody. It's just rolling my eyes at Jeremy doing it. There's always that one guy that takes their job way too seriously. And it's this guy from Allied Universal Security. Definitely not a sponsor. Maybe it was the other guy. I don't know. There were two guys over there, but whatever. All right, so now, we're going to put a couple of things together and kind of explain this as we do it. So, where is my... So we don't lose it. We're going to put this CV axle nut back on here. That just locks the CV shaft, which is basically the drive shaft for this wheel, in place. If I don't put that on there, I'm going to lose it. So we've got our brake rotor. Put the brake rotor back on. Make sure it's cleaned off so it sits flush, which it should be. Oop, hold on, I got to put this ABS wire back in. All right, I'm going to put one wheel lug nut on just to hold this rotor so it's not a pain in the rear. So otherwise we're gonna fight it the whole time, and you'll see why. So next we're gonna put our caliper back on, and you'll notice we have more meat on this pad. This is where I'm concerned than this pad. Like, what the hell? So my thought was, are the slide pins stuck? And no. Slide pins are good. The brake hardware looks good. But what I'm going to do is kind of take my handy dandy wire strippers / scraper and really scrape out these hardware tabs, just in case they're rust jacked, causing the pad to seize. But the caliper's fine. Or, well, the caliper was fine when I did the brakes a couple months ago. Perfectly fine. I doubt that it's bad, but also typically if the caliper is seized, typically both pads will wear down together because it's clamping both, at least somewhat together. It's just really weird to see one 50% gone already. Unless, and now there is a potential that I did this, unless there's no squeaker on this. Did I put the right? I was going to say, unless I put the old pad back on by mistake, but I don't think so, because this is a new one. So that's not good. So it makes me wonder if it got seized in the caliper bracket, like in the little clips. So I'm taking the clips off, and we're going to scrape out underneath the clips, even though I did this once already when I did the brakes, just to make sure there's nothing under there. But it looks like we're going to have to go spend $200 on a fucking caliper now, too. Which, sorry for the language, guys. When you're working on a car, this is just what you get. But you can see how it's like next to impossible to do anything out here. Like, the funds just immediately disappear. Like, this is literally where all the PayPal contributions have gone, plus some over the past week. Well, 3 weeks. Like, literally all of that has gone right into all these parts. This isn't $1,200, but what we did on the other side with control arm and shit was. Again, just scraping this out with what I have, just to make sure it's all right. Probably gonna have to put a caliper on it. Not happy. You got all those that clown show on Twitter where everybody's like, "Oh, Vince begs for money." No, I don't beg for money. I just blow all my money on my car. I'm going to cheat and put the pad in the caliper prior to installation on the vehicle. Just so I don't have to futz around with it on the car. These have this goofy little like locking tab on them. I don't like these Ford caliper brackets. They're goofy on these Explorers. You really could, there you go. It's definitely like a three-handed job and you only have two. So I should have bolts around here somewhere. So we got our caliper bolts. We're going to put these in and attach this, and then we'll put the caliper on. This is just the caliper bracket, folks. And again, all this, you can do all this at home. I'm just kind of streaming this for funsies, but this right here is proof that you could do it. This, I know you're not seeing this, but this is easy. It's literally just lining up two bolts and threading them in. If I had more time or wasn't in a parking lot, I would show you more. I always start this stuff by hand because it loves to cross thread, especially on this aluminum. Well, I mean, these aren't going into the aluminum, but you know what I mean. I mean, whatever, just don't cross thread them. Actually, I paid $20 for this flex head ratchet because I knew I was going to need a flex head to do this. $20 for a Pittsburgh Harbor Freight tool. This is actually really nice. I like it. It's a keeper. So I had a ratchet, but I didn't have a flex head ratchet with me. I knew I was going to need a flex head, you know, because you can reach around stuff better. And I know from doing this job a couple months ago with this wheel bearing, you need a flex head badly. Not a bad tool. All right, now these actually are only like, to get these good and tight, honestly guys, you can put them to German spec. Some of you guys know what German spec is, but whatever. Honestly, it's fine. I mean, we probably got, well, here, I'll give it another, I'll wrench it down a little more, but. Okay, that one's tight. These people, these torque wrench Nazis, just calm down, I tell you. Some of these people are Nazis about torque wrenches. But when it comes to this kind of stuff, tight is tight. Just let it be. So this is our caliper. This is what actually squeezes your brakes. It's going to attach to those slide pins I showed you. What I'm about to do right now is going to make some mechanic somewhere absolutely freak out. Hitting this to force it, I'm just trying to tap it into place here because it's a tight fit. I'm trying to save my hands. So we're going to take these small bolts and bolt it to those slide pins we talked about. I don't have a caliper compressor tool, so we're kind of fighting this a little bit here. We got to get the pads to line up on it. I'm going to use the soft handle of these to whack it so I don't crack it, but I do need to give it a little bit of persuasion here. Well, that's not good. All right, well, we're going to take it back off because it should go on way easier than that. Now we are stranded if this don't go on. God damn. I think it's just not quite like, there's the backing, that metal shim on the back of the pad, I think has a little bit of a, like a burr or a lip on it from being put on and off, and it's just, I think we're all right. I just got to finesse it. Just had to finesse it a little bit. We got it, guys. See? You're not supposed to hit the caliper with the hammer because you could crack the caliper and that's bad. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. Sometimes when you're doing a bush fix like this isn't the place to, this isn't a BMW dealership. So. But if I had the caliper compressor tool, you need the tool, not the C-clamp, because these are screw-ins. If I had the tool, we would have just compressed that in and been done with it, but it's fine. So these get tight, but not super tight. So these basically, you want to get them tight, but you don't want to get them because those slide pins, and you will have problems if you over tighten them. Some of you see what I just effed up. Well, back off it goes. I wonder if anybody saw that. All right, that was just a practice round. That was just a practice round. Yeah, these pads, we're going to be doing brakes on this as soon as I can get back to the parts store. I'm going to try to, because this backing pad's coming off of this pad. I wonder if I got a shitty set of pads. Maybe there's nothing actually wrong with the caliper or the brakes at all. Maybe it's just, it wore goofy. Maybe that actually happened on the inside one prior. I don't know. All right, hang on 1 second, guys. All right. Some of you guys know what I just did. If I did that with the camera pointed at it, somebody'd be like, that's not the right way to do it. And I would never hear the end of it. You know what? It's not the right way to do it, but this entire brake on this side is getting replaced. For like $300 probably, all said and done with the rotor and everything. I don't want to hear it. I just want out of this parking lot. So, shh. If you don't know what I did, don't worry about it. If you know what I just did, you're probably laughing. But that was an optional part. You did that before too? Yeah. I'm pretty sure I did that on the other side when I put them on. Oh, shit. I can't tell you how many vehicles like I've got pissed at. I've had to do an emergency repair, and I haven't had a brake caliper compressor, so I've just yanked off those backing plates that are glued on there. I've just ripped them off and thrown them away. Just to get that extra, like, millimeter of clearance. They've always been fine. It's getting replaced anyway, so who gives a shit? When I replace them, I will, which is probably going to be tomorrow morning, I'll rent the caliper compressor tool from O'Reilly's. Okay, so we're going to check this over. We've got that needs done. I don't have any spare parts. Good. All right. Well, this is a problem. Where's my where's my big socket? Oh shit. How much you want to bet that pisser rolled away? I bet you that thing rolled away. All right, well, that's okay. That part is somewhat optional. We can get that pretty tight with the needle nose vice grips, and I can go get another socket if I have to, but we'll move on from that. Hang on. Just give me a minute, folks. Once we put everything else together, it should be easy to find. It'll be the last one out here. So we're going to tighten that after we put the wheel on, because the wheel is going to hold this from spinning. Because otherwise it'll just want to spin. And With this Ford all-wheel drive system, there's a clutch on that rear diff. So this is actually disengaged because it's off. So it would spin anyway, despite all-wheel drive. Oh, hey, I found it. So we're going to thread this on just a little bit here, just in case I do forget it. Don't let me forget that, seriously. If I forget to tighten this, you guys better tweet me when I end the stream. Not that it really is critical, but... Check out them tires. Yeah, that was like $1,200 worth of tires. These freaking Geolanders, but I think it's worth it. They're good tires. I have literally blown my entire YouTube paycheck on this car already. This is ridiculous. Jack must have sunk. Not a problem for the 4-pound hammer. There you go. See? That is one of the best tools you can have. You can use it for so many things. And we might have to do this all over again on the other side with that other hub assembly, because it's very possible that's the one making the noise. It just kind of sounded louder on the driver's side. And you know, I did the swerve test, but that doesn't, it seemed like it was louder from this wheel, but that swerve test really doesn't do very good for rear corners. That's really mainly just for the front ones, but sometimes it's misleading on the rear. You just don't have as much weight shift. But I think it was coming from this one, but regardless, they're both getting replaced. So there will be no question, you know what I mean? All right, I have another lug nut somewhere. It is. All right, I got this handy dandy tool, which is awesome. For a cheap Walmart tool or a cheap Harbor Freight tool, I haven't broken it yet. All right, where's my 19? This is also a torque wrench. I'll even prove it to you guys once I start tightening these. Ready? Here, we're gonna put it in torque wrench mode, all right? I'm being a smart ass because that one guy that always bitches about the torque wrench is in here, I'm sure. Ready? Click. 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 Oh, that one clicked after I took it off. Click. 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 Okay, see, they're all torqued. Perfect. Exactly the specification. All right, you ready for this one? This one gets a little extra. Click, click. Yep. All right, cool. Look at that. They're all torqued. Wow. Oh, I dented it. Son of a bitch. Well, it's on. Okay. Let me put this shit away. Now I got all these loose. You know what, guys? This is my new toolbox until I get a holder for these. Nice toolbox. Actually, that can stay. This is good because now all these tools are set aside, so when I have to do the other side because we replaced the wrong side, well, they're right here. Come on. Trash. Trash. Oh, totally returning that jack too. Oh, now we're not. Okay, so that's it. So I'm out of here, guys. I'm gonna go see what I can do. I'm gonna have to go get brake parts and all sorts of stuff. So I don't know if we're gonna be live later after this evening or if we're gonna be live tomorrow, but one of these days we'll be live. So thanks everybody. We'll be back at some point.